Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Candace. I'm Candace and we're going to be conversing today. I'm showing you how to curl Kanekalon hair on Flexi rods and make a bomb faux hawk. So let's get started. I got this hair at my local beauty supply store. It was $2.99 and it's the same hair that I used for my top knot and bangs video. I got a few packs of this when I bought it, so I just decided to do the faux hawk with this hair too. It is super long, so my best bet to get it all curled and be able to use the hair was to cut it in half. So I did that. And then every piece that I curled, I put a little bit of curl mousse on it. I don't really know if it actually helped because then after that, I just put it in hot water. But I saw a few ladies on videos do it, so I decided I was going to do it too. I put a good amount of curl mousse on each piece, and I made sure that it covered the entire length of the hair. I have three different types of flexi rods. Um, some are pretty thick and then some are thin. This is one of the thinner ones. I did use all three sizes, and for the most part, I like the consistency of the curls on all three. But you loop the hair in the middle of the curl rod, and then when you wrap the hair around, you need to also twist your wrist, kind of like a Senegalese twist. It's actually pretty easy. It just took me a little bit of practice. I got it in about 2 minutes. And in doing that, it makes sure that you get the best curl out of the hair. Once you get to the end, you just fold the end of the rod over with a little bit of extra curl mousse so it sticks. And then that's it. You just move to the next one. Now, I'm going to speed parts of this video up for time, but if you need to see exactly how it's done, feel free to slow down the video. I'm pulling on the ends of the hair so that when I get to the ends, while I'm doing the rolling, it will go around the rod better. So I turn the rod and then I proceed to wrap the hair around until I get to the very end, and then I flip over the side of the rod, pulling the ends again, and this time I'm going to use the same rod and use the other end. That way you can curl more hair at one time. Slip it on, turn your rod a few times, and then wrap the hair around. When you have that little extra piece on the end, it really does make a difference in making sure that the hair does not come off. I worked in small batches because I didn't want to mess up the hair. I wanted to see how things would go with just a few rods. So I put it in a bowl and I boiled some water in my teapot. I put a little bit of leave-in like conditioner in there because I saw a few videos that did that, but this did not seem to make a difference, and it actually did not dissolve in the water the way I wanted it to. So after this first time, I didn't do that anymore. I left it in for 30 seconds and then I used tongs to take them out of the water. It was really hot. I put them on a towel. My towel is folded over a few times so the water does not seep through. Before I take out a few of the pieces, I just dunk them back in the water to make sure they are completely wet and they are completely hot, so when they air dry, they will curl the right way. And here's what one pack of hair looks like. I ended up doing 2 packs, but I honestly only needed to do one for this style. Here's after 2 days of air drying and then a week of me just being too lazy. I left those out for so long. I did not use them right away, but they held their curl and that's all I needed. When pulling them off the rod, they do get a little bit tangled, but that's completely okay. Just a little hard pull. Um, works out fine. I did find that on the thinner rods, which are my pink rods, the hair was more tangled than the thicker rods, which were my green rods. It didn't really matter. The curl was more defined on the smaller rods, but I am happy with the results of this. It it's really fun to do. It's a little time consuming, but I feel like it's worth it because I got exactly the color that I wanted. Now, on to the style. I'm using a leave-in conditioning lotion as well as a tea tree oil and water spray for my scalp because my scalp gets so itchy. Even when I don't have the weave in, my scalp just always itches. So I just mixed 20 drops of the tea tree oil and put the rest of the water in the small brown bottle, and then I just sprayed it on my scalp. This is 2 full packs of the hair, and I only used about half of a pack. Y'all know I struggle with parting my hair, and I should have done my sections from the back to the front instead of the front to the back. I have a mirror on the side of me, so that's why I'm not looking at the camera the whole time. But trying to moisturize my hair, get it up there with the brush, put it in a ponytail, I should have gone from back to front. And I am almost out of Eco Gel after about 7 or 8 months. And I was struggling to get enough to put on my hair so my edges would lay down. So I went to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror in there because I can just see better. I did the back 2 sections and then I came back and did that second section. Um, I just struggle so much with my hair. But the last thing that I did was take that front section out of the bun. I connected the front section to the second section with a rubber band. Then I connected the second section to the third and the third to the fourth. That way I have a good base that's the same size all the way down to connect the crochet hair to. The last thing I did was once I got all the hair to that low pony in the back, I did 2 twists with that back section and just pin them up with bobby pins. I used 2 bobby pins per twist just so they stayed up. And then when I began crocheting, I made sure that I crocheted underneath both of those so that that section was anchored to my hair and it wasn't going to come out later. As you can see, my lines are not completely straight. It's okay. I'm not a stylist. I just wanted to try this because I have seen it online so many times. I thought it was going to be cute. You know, it's a hot girl summer, a little mohawk, a little faux hawk. I can't be mad at it. Now that I have the hair pinned up, it is time to crochet. So this hair is really long. Some of these pieces I cut the ends off of, like an inch off of each end. Some of the pieces I cut in half and just use them that way. So if you're going to do this, it's really up to you. I know next time I can just cut them all in half and it'll be fine. So I started with a long piece in the back and then I realized, no, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I don't want this to be super long and have to cut it later. So I cut a few of them before I put them in my head. And I am in love with this two-toned, um, like burgundy and black. It's just a really cool color, I think. I wanted to do something blonde or reddish. And so this red is really cute. It's popping, if I do say so myself. So I'm crocheting through my twists as well as the base of my ponytail so I can make sure the hair is like secure. Here's a view from the back. It's hard to crochet in the back of your head, and so I did go into the bathroom and use another mirror so I can see it, but This hair is curly and it's bulky, so even if I missed a spot, it was probably going to be just fine. I'm trying to crochet in the middle of that little braid, and on the sides of it as well. I want the hair to lay down and on the sides so it creates a fuller faux hawk. Again, this hair is curly and it's bouncy, and when I fluff the hair out, it's good. It's really good. Next, I'm moving on to the front. In the front, I leave the hair a little bit longer because I want to be able to shape it exactly how I want. And it's easier to do that if the hair is longer and I can trim it versus if the hair is too short. I can only stretch the hair so much, but I can definitely cut the longer pieces. So I'm doing some of the longer pieces to the back, and then I will work on doing some of the longer pieces to the front to create a little bit of overhang on my forehead. And these pieces are relatively long, so they will hang in my face while I'm trying to do them to the front, but it's not really a big deal because I can still see in my mirror and you guys can still see what I'm doing. I wasn't very particular about where I put the hair in the front. I just know I wanted it to lay forward and I wanted it to kind of cover the majority of my forehead, but not be as long as like my brows. As always, when you trim your hair, go slow. Now, some of these videos are sped up, but this is me cutting my hair in real time. I'm going slow and I'm only cutting small sections. The reason why is because I don't know exactly the shape that I want and I don't want to cut too much and then have to go back and add hair. I always angle my scissors down for the most part. I've learned that when I do that, the hair does fall the way I want it to. And taking my time makes me feel like I know that I'm going to do a good job. In addition to cutting the hair, I am separating the pieces so they fluff up, and then I can really tell what it'll look like once I start to trim some more. You see some of the hair is getting frizzy when I pull it apart, mainly that red hair. But I actually want the frizz, I want the puff so that it covers the area that the loose hair is supposed to cover when you have a faux hawk. If you've ever created a faux hawk with crochet hair or any type of hair, let me know. Let me know how I did, what you think I should do differently the next time. Or if you are going to try this style, also let me know. And here's the finished product. I paired it with a lipstick that would match. I ended up not doing the hair super high on my head because I felt like it was just going to fall anyway, but I am very happy with this style. Until next time, y'all have a good day.